Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments and all your questions Manchester United related. Please, people. I know it's normally Thursday night, so it's normally the Manchester United Arsenal show, but Cam couldn't make it on, so we are going to rearrange that. And the reason why you're getting this show later, even if it is the ManDem United podcast or is the ManDem United Gonna Talk with myself and Cam is because I was at the game, people. I was there at Old Trafford to see Manchester United beat Chelsea 4-1 and secure Champions League football for next season. So I'll be discussing all those things and what that means. Like I said, the game itself, Champions League qualification, plus more. And like I stated, you lot get your questions in as well. It doesn't have to be on the two topics I've just mentioned there. It can be on something completely different. That's absolutely fine. Like I said, later than scheduled. So this is why you need to be subscribed to the channel, because I can't always promote people. I can't always promote because I may be out, I may be busy. And like I said, I was at the game. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. On top of those two things as well. Yeah. Hit the like button. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the like button though. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. Please make sure you do those three things, people. Do those three things. Let's share this across all of the socials as well. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. Like I say, man, we ain't gonna stop here at Sarcasm City TV as well. Big up Peter G. Like I said, me and Cam will rearrange the Manchester United Arsenal show 100%. El Padrino says big up Flawless and the full Sarcasm City family. Warrior J says big up Flawless. What's your view on the game? Positives and negatives about the game. I'll get into that. Big up a waist. I hope I didn't butcher your name. If I did mispronounce it, please let me know how to. It says big up, mate. I'm a City fan, but I enjoy your content. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, because I don't just make content for Manchester United fans. So I'm glad you can appreciate it from a Manchester City perspective. And I am looking to get that Manchester United, Manchester City show sorted for you lot, because I've got the rest of the big six covered. Big up Time to Shine says big up. Hope you had a good one. Yeah, man. Time to Shine. Look for sorting it out for me. I did. Man, thoroughly enjoyed it. Because from the seat I was up, I was high up, but I was central. I was pretty much almost on line with the halfway line, so I could see the full pitch. I seen everything. Like the view was, yeah, like I said, because it was high up, I seen everything. So I'm going to discuss all those things. Big up to Jack as well in the cut. Make sure you lot retweet and like this on Twitter. Please retweet, quote tweet, like on Twitter at Sarcasm City TV. Share this across, share this on the Instagram and any other social media app platforms and apps you are active on. You know what I'm saying? And that. Away, I'm from Manchester, my guy. But yeah, what's my views on the game? Positives and negatives about the game. Views on the game is I think we've seen, I can't even say that. I was gonna say we've seen the very best of Manchester United and the very worst, but I don't think that is, because normally we're better defensively than we are offensively. But we weren't necessarily defensively bad, even though Chelsea did create a number of very, very good chances and created good opportunities. Well, we created a lot of chances and scored 4 goals, and it really should have been 7 or 8 because we missed so many. So what I would say is the positives are the amount of chances we created. The amount of chances we created is definitely 110% a positive. I can't remember the last game we created so many chances. I like clear cut, not half chances. You know what I'm saying? Actual clear cut chances where you're like, how did you miss? Like Bruno hit the bar, somebody else hit the bar. I can't remember who. I think it was Garnacho, but that was just unlucky. The McTominay chance, Sancho had a couple. Martial did as well. Like we created Wan-Bissaka one where that got blocked. Now that's just off the top of my head, the amount of just clear cut chances we created. So that was a positive. Who else was there? Casemiro, caught above. Casemiro, quality. Good to see Rashford get minutes. That's also another positive. Garnacho, when he came on, the place erupted when Garnacho. Like the Old Trafford faithful really love Garnacho, and I see why. That's another positive. I'm trying to think who else. Defensively, Varane I thought was good today. Wan-Bissaka again as well. So they're the positive. Negatives are everything I've been talking about the entire season about just us not being good enough, not giving up the ball. Now there was points in that game, in particular in the first half, where Chelsea were were the better side and were dominating possession. It's like, why are a poor Chelsea side here dominating possession and we can't get the ball? And they had good chances at 0-0, and even when we went 1-0 up. Havertz headed, for instance, I think that's either 0-0 or 1-0. The Conor Gallagher chance there too, and then they had other good opportunities like us where the pass was slightly behind the player, or there was too much on a cross, or too much on a cutback. So yeah, like that's all the negatives. That's what we weigh, and if we play like that against City, we ain't got a prayer. Put it that way. We play like that against City, we do not have a prayer. Let's see what you lot are saying. I didn't know how many people were gonna show up because it's later than scheduled. You know what I'm saying? Big up Victor. Yo, I met Victor, yeah, for the first time in it. And he was like, yo, what you saying? He's like, yo, fuck you in it. That's the first sentence he said to me. I'm like, yo, why you say fuck me for? First time I was beating him, I'm like, yo, why? You know what I'm saying? Just hella abuse. I didn't even say nothing. Oh, yeah, shout out Chelsea Fan TV as well. Big up Lewis, big up Alex. I was on Chelsea Fan TV, so that'll probably be out tomorrow. Yeah, why am I live now? I've got work to get to, man, because I normally do the United Arsenal show this time. Anyway, but now over 40 of you lot in the building. Let's bump that up, people. Let's bump that up. Let's go to 30 likes, people. Let's get up to 30 likes. And oh, yeah, I forgot. Large up to everyone who tapped into the watch along. Big up to Eddie. I presume Taza popped up as well because Eddie literally messaged me just before I got in the stadium and then my signal went. Signal was terrible in there. So, yeah, I couldn't wait till afternoon. No, Victor. You know what I'm saying? I could not. Dominic, I agree. Big up Flawless Chelsea are just hot garbage. Jack says Sancho needs to play on the right. No, Sancho has to play central. Sancho has to play central. Seeing it live just magnifies everything I thought about this team and all the players. There's nothing I've seen that surprised me. Nothing. Sancho has to play through the middle. He has to play. When I say that, it's either 10 or false 9. Like, because when I've been talking and saying it's a pace and power game and it's an athlete's game, watching it in full and not watching it in TV, you're seeing everything. And just the difference being direct and quick makes. Like the difference Rashford and Garnacho have compared to Sancho, compared to now Martial, even to a lesser extent compared to Anthony. Because the ability to clip the ball and just run. There was one where, you lot remember, where Rashford picked up the ball in the Manchester United half and Gallagher tried to tackle him. And then Gallagher fell over and he ran. I don't think we scored from it, but we did create a chance from it. Sancho can't do that. But it's not a lack of talent as to why Jadon Sancho can't do that. That's just not his game. Like there was a time where we had it on the right-hand side, and that was the side closest to me. And he had acres to run into. And like he drove a little bit and he cut back because that's his game. If that's Rashford or Garnacho, they're kicking and they're gone. He's such an athlete. Like it's so important. That's one thing that is new to me. Like I knew athleticism and being pace and power was important in attacking areas, but seeing it today is even more important than I thought. And it magnified how bad we are as well. Like everything I thought about this team is like, yeah, we need we need improvements in all these areas, even though we won 4-1. Because I thought it was just me. I'm like, am I being super critical? We won 4-1, but yeah, I don't think we played that well. And then I was talking to people outside the ground, like, who said it to me? Shout out to who said it? I think it was Osman who had mentioned it to me. Right, big up to Rhino as well. He's on Saeed's channel. He had mentioned to me, like, oh, we didn't think we played that well. Adam Matic as well, because he was sat near me. And I was like, all right, so it's not just me then. And Eddie said it here. It was a weird game. The scoreline doesn't lie, but it bends the truth. Yeah. Like we deserved to win the game and should have scored more. But there's still glaring holes. There's still glaring holes in this team. Let's see what you lot are saying as well. Yeah, Victor was there. He was there. RSV says, big up Flawless. First half was very frustrating. And also, if we play like this in the FA Cup final, City will tear us apart. We need to put up a performance like we did at Old Trafford. Absolutely. That has to be the game plan. Has to be the game plan without doubt. I can't believe we've seen 5 goals from these 2 attacks. But here we are. Here we are. Big up to Mertaza in the cut as well. LFC for the double. You are right. He says, I think the first half, it could have been easily 3-3. Oh, absolutely. That game could have ended like 8-5 or something like that with some of them gilt-edged chances both sides missed. Big up Bailey Oaks as well. Always says Chelsea were onto United when it was 1-0. Created chances but couldn't score. Surprised they got one at the end. Yeah, good goal from João as well. Good goal from João Felix. Very good. You meet me at the worst circumstances. It is what it is. Yes, I did a fan cam. Well, I did 2. Kind of did one. So I did my own one on Chelsea Fan TV. And then whilst Lewis's one was going on, like Alex called me over because me and Lewis was having a conversation anyway. So I'm like, it's one and a feature. So yeah. Big up Jacob every single time. Rocker DJ says our midfield's too slow. Yeah, it's not agile enough. I agree. This is why I need an improvement on Eriksen and Bruno, even though I'm sure he probably got an assist. I know he scored the penalty. It's just not it. Even the goal, Casemiro. Here's typical Bruno. Even the goal that Martial scored, the second goal, and Casemiro played the beautiful chip ball over the top. Bruno should play that pass sooner, and he almost gets caught and it breaks to Casemiro. Switchy, he can't turn. Like, no balance, no agility. I've said it. I'm older than Bruno. Sit down for a living talking football, and I'm more agile than he is, just naturally. He's got no agility, no balance whatsoever. Like, I'm telling you, like, he would suffer in a rave. You know what I'm saying? Like, take him carnival, like he would suffer, man. He can't dance on no girl, nothing, like, just for real. It's crazy. Big up to Westbrook is going. How was OT? It was good to go, man. It was good. I need to get there more often. I do, because that's the first time I've been Old Trafford, probably since the Van Gaal era. When we lost 1-0 to, I want to say, Southampton. Yeah, Southampton. That's the last time. This isn't the last game I've been to, but it's the last game at Old Trafford I've been to. So it was good. I see why Ten Hag wants an advanced CM. Eriksen can't do that rule often anymore. Yeah, we definitely need an improvement on Eriksen, but Mason Mount is not the answer. That's one thing that was running through my head as I'm watching the game. I'm like, Mason Mount does not improve this. If we are going to close the gap on Manchester City and go back to winning and competing for Premier Leagues and Champions League, we need real, genuine quality added to the side. Now, Warrior J, it's not off topic because this ad is Manchester United related. Sorry if I go slightly off topic. The final watch along. How many people will join the panel with you? So I don't do finals. I've already said this. Carabao Cups, FA Cups, Europa League or Champions. I wouldn't do Europa League anyway, just because I have zero interest in it like that. But Champions League watch along is the only final I'll do as long as there's not an English side involved. So say, for instance, Real Madrid had knocked out Manchester City and it was Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. I probably would have done a watch along for that. But I've said this for the longest. I'm not doing any Manchester United. I'm not doing any Manchester United finals. Carabao Cup, I didn't do one. I'm saying I'm not doing one for the FA Cup. I wouldn't have done a Europa League one as well. Like, I'm just not with it. I'm not. Let's see. Were you surprised at how bad Chelsea really are? It has to be more than confidence. Oh, yeah, Chelsea are shocking. Defensively, Chelsea are shocking. Like, I said that during the fan cam. I was like, I understand why Lewis gets so mad, and fans who have to watch their team perform poorly, traveling up and down the country, spending money. I understand why they get so upset because, yeah, Chelsea are bad. And even with the chances they created, like the misses, like when Gallagher missed, like I laughed. I was like, that's such a horrendous miss. Like the Havertz miss is really bad. Like them two misses are just criminal. Like I ain't no finisher and I put them away. Actually, now I'm terrible in the air. I'd missed the Havertz one, but I would have scored the Gallagher one. It's like, come on, man, you're a professional footballer. It's a free header from 6 yards out. Man missed the target. I really thought Sancho was mediocre at left wing, but at right wing, he seemed a lot more confident. He was cool, but he's just not it, man. It is. Like, he's just not it. I did feel embarrassed watching Chelsea out of all teams dominate us in the first half. Eriksen seriously needs dropping next season, and we need to get like 2 press-resistant ball carriers in the midfield. We do, 100%. I've said for the longest, I like Eriksen, but we need an upgrade. We definitely need an upgrade. I don't think Ten Hag will drop Bruno next season. Depends who we sign. Nah, Joe. We're not doing that about Bruno look tired. Ain't no doing left. That's a typical Bruno performance. We're not giving him no tired excuse. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that, I should say. Rice helps a lot. Rice would be an improvement, but I'm not trying to. I want an improvement on Rice. We can do better than Rice. Yeah, Mudryk was awful, Eddie. Yeah. Mudryk was awful. Yeah. Mudryk was real bad. Flawless, you might have been shocked with Wesley Fofana, even though you're a United fan. Yeah, he wasn't good. I do rate Fofana, but today wasn't one of his best days. Victor, Chukwuemeka, and Hall are nice young players. Yeah, Chukwuemeka, I thought he was decent, carrying the ball on a few occasions. Hall, I've been impressed with him as well. I've rarely seen him be that slow in his decision making. He's just not good. That's what it is. Like I said, everything was magnified today because I'm watching and I'm not talking to panelists. I'm not going back and forth with the chat. I'm not watching on the TV where I can only see set. I've seen the whole pitch. And I'm like, Yeah, I'm spot on with pretty much, not even pretty much, I am with what I'm saying in terms of the level of this team. And I still stand by what I said, that I would push the vast majority of them off a cliff. Theoretically, people, not literally. And we've just won 4-1 and secured Champions League football and moved to third place. But we need improvement. That team needs help. It really does. There was so many points in the game. Bruno got tackled and the ball bounced off the defender and just landed right to a United player. That happened for the goal. The second goal, the Martial goal. Let's see. Flawless since United are back in the Champions League. Who do you want to see to come to Old Trafford in the group stage? The most favorable, the weakest opposition on paper possible. That's what we need. I'm trying to go to at least, if we get to a quarterfinal, there'll be 2 Champions League knockout ties. I want to get to one of them. I want to get to one of them. Obviously, time to shine now, my plug, but I would want to get to one of them. If there's anyone else that can help man out with tickets, let me know. You know what I'm saying? In the future, because I do want to get to a Champions League game. And to Jackson's Flawless, would you play Shaw, Varane in the FA Cup final or Lindelof, Varane? Well, Shaw went off injured. What is the injury? Because you lot will know better than me. What is the injury? Because he didn't. Malacia I was impressed with, actually. Malacia impressed me. Even though he didn't get the ball much, like defensively sound, and when I'm talking about athleticism and his engine. This guy, like, there's times Rashford will pick up the ball on the left-hand side and he's charging on the overlap. Like, I can see him, I'm watching him. Like, he won't be in screen, but I'm watching him. And then the ball will lose the ball and then he'll get back. Like, quick. Like, he's shifting. I'm like, I like that. Yes, I want to see more from him in the final third and want to see more from him on the ball, but I'm a fan of Malacia. I still would like us to sign a new left back, but when I'm watching that, I'm like, that's good. It is. And there was one point where he was playing right back as well, which we have seen previously. But I did like, when I was watching Malacia, I'm like, I see why Ten Hag signed you. That's the profile. Athletic, pace and power, can shift, good enough on the ball. Like, I won't go as far to say he's technically sound. He's okay. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And he can get better as well. He's at the age where it's like he's not the finished article. He can get better. Yeah, Martial wasn't at his best today. No. Martial, but I've been saying that Martial needs to be moved on. We need 2 strike. Like, that attack just ain't it. Bruno, Anthony, because that's who started. Sancho, Martial. Nah. It's not it. But yeah, in regards to the final, yeah, it has to be Lindelof and Varane, who I thought were both good today. Both of them 2 was good today. Wan-Bissaka was good as well. So, no complaints. No complaints. Let's see. Yeah, that's calm time to shine. 50 is not too shabby. More so, like I said, more so the knockout ties. But it depends who we draw as well. I want to go to the knockout ties. So that shit is when it's the most electric. Oh, in the Stretford end as well, man. That's the one right there. Before I continue, you lot continue, please, to bump up the likes. There's over 55 of you lot in the building. Big up, but we're only at 34 likes. What's going on? Get us up to 40 likes, people. And we're 4 short of 6,480. There's over 55 of you lot in the building. And I'm only asking for 4 new subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, because I know there's at least 4 of you lot who haven't. And you enter the city of Sarcasm, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, people? Hit that subscribe button when you do so. What's going on? Yeah, he's agile as well. Yeah. He's agile as well, Malacia. Very much so. Very much so. Yeah. I don't think he's amazing. I agree with this, Joe. He says, yeah, I don't think Malacia is amazingly talented, but he's really athletic and aggressive. Like, yeah, like, he's involved is what I like. Games ain't passing man by. Like, word to Eddie, because it's the phrase I heard from him about tryhards. That's what he gives you, but it's tryhards, and then he has attributes that can help. All I'm asking from my fullback, overlap constantly. Like, he was like this the entire half. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, this guy don't run out of energy. Like, legit. He really, really don't. Thoughts on what you saw from Garnacho? Quality, very good. Quality when he came on. He was difference maker. Direct, electric, quick. Even though electric, quick, same difference. But he's direct, electric, constantly asking questions of the defenders. And he's the typical winger in the modern day game that is going to be successful, especially off the bench. After that, and Rashford did the same thing when he came off the bench. And then there was a couple of times even with Rashford and Garnacho where Fofana was in a race with him, and Fofana can shift, but like just asking the questions of him. Like defenders don't want to be facing their own goal chasing you. Like they're really not. So yeah, very impressed with Garnacho. But I wouldn't start him against would definitely not start him against Manchester City. I'd bring him off the bench. 110% I'd bring him off the bench. Without doubt. Big up Kevin, I see you as well. Rel says, what's the plan for next season? In terms of what? Gotta be specific. What's the plans for next season? Are you asking me? What's my plans? You saying Manchester United? Saying Ten Hag? What's going on? How old's Malacia? Malacia the same age as Havertz? Yes, and he is composed. Yeah. He is composed. One thing I've noticed for an 18-year-old, Garnacho's composure in front of goal is amazing. I think that's his best attribute above everything. He is composed. He is. Big up Jeremy. I see you as well. Like I said, large up to Kevin as well. How old is Malacia? Let me know. Big up King Juice. Big up to you. Am I really going to see a drunk flawless in the Q&A when Leeds get relegated? Yeah, I'm going to have to get that liquor on that Sunday, Anna. I'm really going to have to get that liquor on on the Sunday if they do indeed get relegated. Thoughts on the game today, Kevin? Like I said, glad we create deserved winners. Glad we created so many chances. Glad we took some of them. Standout players are, like I said, Casemiro. Garnacho was good when he came on. Rashford was bright as well. Lindelof, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, all good as well. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the game today. All the issues are still there. And yeah, there's the plus points there. Like there's points where we're just giving the ball away and they can't keep the ball. So we turned 23 this year. All right, so we still got ample time to improve then. Still got ample time, and he didn't cost 72 million either. So I'm gonna give him more leeway. If he cost Malacia called 72 million, cost 72 million, much more questions. Oh, the title in terms of Champions League qualification depends on the window. All depends on the transfer window. If we have a great window, quarterfinals. If we have an average or below that window, just get out of the group stages. Yes, like Broken Memories said, smash the likes, people. Facts. First half, we dropped off. Second half, we caged them in and demolished them. That's Chelsea's biggest defeat in the Premier League this season. Yeah, that's probably fair. Like first half, we were better in the second half, yes. Any positives for the Chelsea side, flawless? Can we do something next season, top 4 maybe? You definitely need improvements, but positives. You created a lot. That's the positive, because I know you and your fan base have been critical of your team, not only for not taking chances, but also creating chances. You created enough to get something from that game. Like 110%. And you lot, in particular in the first half, kept the ball well also. Kept it ticking over. Like the crowd was frustrated at points, me included. Let's see what's going on. If I miss your question, I apologize, people. You have to, if you super chat, that's one surefire way to make sure that you get what's it called in it. To make sure 110% that I read your comment. Hit the subscribe button. Let's continue to bump up the likes, because there's now over 70 of you lot in the building. Only at 44 likes. Girls up to 60 likes, people. We're looking for 60 likes. You know what I'm saying? Black Diamond, that's big, that. Shame I should have took my portable charger. I forgot, but big up to Turkish, the whole Big Six gang. He said, you got enough love in the Big Six chat today. People are actually saying, finally a sensible United fan. What's it called? Shout out to Big Six every single time. And the people that were saying that as well. Well, I'm just, like I say, it's just different. That's all. It was just different. Flawless, how was Enzo's performance? He was good. I don't think he was anything special. He was good, in particular in the first half. There was the point where he went on the run and he shrugged off Eriksen and Casemiro tackled him. But yeah, he was good. I think Ten Hag's going to move on Dalot in the next year or two. What a comeback Wan-Bissaka's made. I thought he was dead at United. Well, see, if we move on Dalot, I hear that. Wan-Bissaka, I think, has secured being our right back. Well, like I've stated, Go get an improvement. And then if you have Dalot and Malacia as the left back options, throw Shaw in the mix. Cool. I don't really have any issue with that. Did the pitch look slippery today? Not to me, Lucas. He says pitch looks slippery today. Gallagher on skates and even Anthony with the injury look weird. Gonna see really what happened with Anthony with the injury, but yeah, I don't think the pitch didn't look slippery to me. LFC for the double says flawless. Do you want to finish third in your group and spend time with us in Europa League? Absolutely not. If we drop to Europa League, I'm not doing Europa League watch alongs. Not doing that business. Hope you're well. Flawless was watching the United game tonight. Sancho looks good on the right wing forwards. I thought he was decent. I wouldn't go as far to good. I'd say he was decent on the right wing. But he has to play central. He's not a winger in the modern day era, man. He's got to play. He has to play central. He's got to play as a 10 or play as a 9. Like the technique is there, the skill set is there, but he can't run past anybody. It's not shy him. But he's just not that type of player. That's not his game. And if that's not your game as a winger in the modern day era, you're going to struggle. In particular at Manchester United, where we're not a team that dominate the ball. And we are probably best going forward. No, we are best going forward is in transition. That's why the players like that are the ones that succeed the most. Our two best players, attacking players, this season have been Rashford and Garnacho. The two quickest. That's not an accident. It's not an accident at all. And then behind them is probably Anthony. He's probably the third quickest out of the lot of them. Like, legit, that's what it is. How was seeing João Felix live? Oh, his goal was cold, 100%. Technically, again, sound. Technically, very, very sound. Good player, like I expected. Took his goal very well. Took his goal very, very well. Varane, so underrated. For me, he's been the standout United player this season. He's definitely been the most underrated player. He's just so cool, calm, and collective. And what you don't see on screen is him talking to people. There was a time Chelsea had a chance, can't remember what chance it was, and he missed. And he was shouting at Anthony and Rashford. I don't know what he was saying, but he was gesturing, but you don't see that on screen. Cool, calm, and collected, man. Rolls Royce. You know what I'm saying? Rolls Royce Raphael, I'm telling you. Will I go to more games next season, Flawless? Depends on the games. Depends. Prices as well. As much as I love United, it's like I'm not looking to pay the extortionate amounts. Like even when Said was outside the ground and he was talking about FA Cup. He was talking about the FA Cup final tickets. I'm not paying and obviously I know it's a final, so it'll be expensive. I'm not paying £250 for a ticket. And I can watch the game at home for free like that. I'm not with that. I'm really not with that. What is Ten Hag style? Can you please explain to me? Because I'm confused. It varies. Sometimes it's defensive, sit back, hit teams on the counter. Other times it's dominate the ball and create chances. I've just give you the very bland answer, but yeah, that's what it is. Like today's game, you've seen the good and not the good and bad, but you've seen us play differently. Sometimes we hit Chelsea on the break, sometimes we dominated the ball. If you want to see us defend deep and hit teams on the counter, go watch the Manchester City game at Old Trafford, where it worked well. Or if you want to see us dominate the ball and dominate possession and play teams off the park, go watch Everton at home, Brentford at home, Nottingham Forest away, for example. That's what it is. You can't play possession-based football all the time with these men. Who's the possession-based guys? And he's just doing what he can to get results, and it's working. Having a style and having a long-term goal is all well and good, but people are not gonna want to hear about that or respect that without short-term results. And that's what he's done. He's had to switch it around, and it's working. Look at the season, man. We're in third, won a cup, could win a next cup. Exceeded all my expectations. All the objectives have ticked. On the pitch, better defensively. On the pitch, better offensively. Improved the vast majority of the players. Yes, there's improvements still to be made, but it's about improving. And that's what we've done. I got no issues in regards to this season. But it's about the window. I need to see more of your players to get an idea, and Mount's not it. Rice, which I will talk about with Eddie later on today for the ManDem United, because you'll still get that at 4:30 p.m. people. I understand Rice, even though I'm not really with it. Same way I understand Harry Kane, even though I think there's better options than the two. If we were to sign those two, cool. I don't really have an issue with it. I don't really have an issue with that. Still over 70 of you lot in the building. Big up, man. Continue to hit the share button as well. Let's get up to 60 likes, though. We're only at 52. Like check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Girls up to 60 likes, people. Oh, shit. And we've hit the subscriber mark. 6,480. So you know what? There's new people in here now. We're aiming for 6,485. That's what we want. 5 more subscribers, people. Just 5, and there's over 70 of you lot in the building. I know there's 5 people who have definitely 110% not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. And continue to get your questions in. If I miss your question, I apologize. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it as well. Ostino says, what do you think about Eriksen's performance? It's decent. I don't think anybody was bad today. I think at worst, everybody was decent. Like Shaw, when he played for the half, was decent. Eriksen was decent. Sancho was decent. Anthony, for the short stint he was on, was decent. Sancho was decent. That's it. Just decent. Had some good moments. Ian says, are you worried at all about your average team being back in the Champions League? Of course. Of course. Extremely worried. Like, if we don't do the business in the transfer window, I'm low. I know what my expectations are next season. I know we're not serious, and we're not trying to do anything serious, and we're not moving anything, and we're not moving in any way, shape, or form in a serious manner. So I'd be like, all right, this is our ceiling. Top 4 in domestic trophies is where we're at if we don't kick on. Flawless, congrats to your win. Where do you think Chelsea next season in the table will be? Depends how Pochettino lines you up, because I think he's going to move players on. I still think he will sign players as well. So ask me that question at the start, once the transfer window's closed, and then I can give you a more in-depth answer. Eriksen's legs are gone. Anything over 45 minutes is too much for him. I don't think his legs are gone. I thought, because he was better in the second half. I just think collectively as a team, we was worse in the first half. So I don't think it's that, but we need an improvement on him. We do. I just seen it because obviously I got the YouTube studio open on the laptop, so it comes through first before it comes through on the on the stream. Yeah, so that's why when I look to my right, that's what I'm looking at, and I laughed because I just seen the top of this. I just said, "What are we gonna do?" All I seen was, "What are we gonna do about this Mount situation?" King Juice, big up for the super chat as always, much appreciated. He says, "Bro, what are we gonna do about this Mount situation?" What's your wish list for the midfield? Oh, shit. Because personally, I don't even want Chelsea players at United. Flawless, tell me, what part of the game does he excel at? You said a lot here. Don't worry, I'm gonna digest this. What are we gonna do with the Mount situation? It lets us know where the club's at. It's very, very concerning and very worrying that we are interested in any way, shape, or form in Mason Mount, because he doesn't improve us whatsoever. My wish list for the midfield is an upgrade on Eriksen, a backup to Casemiro, and then a backup to that 4 as well. That's what it is. So let's say, for instance, we either need someone who's athletic, who's a ball carrier, or someone who's athletic, who's like basically an athletic Eriksen. So it's either an athletic Eriksen or someone who's a ball carrier but also good on the ball. The backup to Casemiro makes sense. Like that's, I know Onana, for instance, I love you. Like I would just go get Onana from Everton, back up to Casemiro, ticks all the boxes, 110%. Then get your upgrade on Eriksen, and then go and get your 5th choice, whether that's a Sabitzer, whether that's a Rabiot, anyone like that is cool because you're 5th choice. We are really not going to see you like that, to be honest. So that's my wish list for the midfield. In terms of names, any people I mentioned, like an Onana, like a Lavio, like a Casado, like they're the ones that stick out. De Jong, but that's if he wants to be here or not. I don't think he does. I don't even want Chelsea players at United. I hate you. Why do we want a player at Chelsea who can't even get into Chelsea's team? Me and Alex spoke about this on the fan cam. We spoke about this. He's like, yeah, Mason Mount, this and that. I said, Mason Mount don't play for you. And then we was laughing about it because it's like, I'll be watching. I know, because I was like, all right, so let's do. I was like, let me ask you some questions. I was like, let's do this. And I was like, so Enzo's gonna play. He's like, but Enzo don't play in the same position as Mount. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm making a point. I said, you have Enzo. He said, yeah. I said, you're going to sign a defensive midfielder to play next to Enzo. And he said, yes, sir. I said, that's 2. You've got Nkunku. Where does Mount play? And he said, yeah, he's versatile. And you start hearing a player is versatile, works hard yards, covers the ground, blah, blah, blah. Tells you all you need to know. But yeah, if we get Mount, I'm just logging out for the season. I'm just logging out. Like, I'm not invested. I'm not with it. The way I've been for the first time, you lot have seen me emotionally invested in a season. This season, I'll be back to what it was like under Oli. Yeah, Luton can't use that stadium. They can't. This is not fit for purpose for the Premier League. They can't do that. But King Juice, big up for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Who do you want to play so that we can play like controlling City games? Who do I want? Who helps us control that? Casado, like I mentioned. Lavia helps with that. The young type. It's more profile than names. You bring me a profile of that. They help. Like I said, whether it's a ball carrier or whether it's a more athletic version of Ericsson, because that's what we need. But bring me someone, they have to be technically sound and they have to be pace and power. And then they either excel at one of 2 things, like I said, passing through the lines from deep, whether that's short and long, or can just pick up the ball and just dribble past me. Like Dembele, like a Musa Dembele when he was at Spurs. Like he just pick off the ball, roll someone and go. Kovacic before all the injuries, like somebody like that who just takes players out of the game. Last thing you want to be dealing with centrally is someone who can dribble like a winger. Nightmare. Even playing outside the league, because I play central midfield, I hate that shit. Central midfielders that can dribble, a long day. Long day. Telling you. Long day. Let's see. Flawless, I know from Rand's perspective, he wants the Ajax style of play, but from your opinion, does it matter about style or is it only about trophies? No, it matters about, of course it matters about trophies. Me, I'm trophies over everything. But forget the style, is the style effective? Whatever the style is, go get me the best version of that style. So if it's possession-based football, go and get me possession, go get me the best possession-based players. If it's pace and power, go get me the best pace and power footballers. If it's the mix of the 2, go get me the best, whatever it is. I have my preferences, yes, but forget my preferences. It's about Ten Hag, but go and get the best for whatever your style wants. So we go win trophies because you're going to live by your decisions, die by the decisions. How would you feel if y'all end up signing Kane, Rice, and Mount? Minus Mount, that's a good window. No, that's a good trio, I should say. Because that improves us centrally. Rice and Kane go into our first 11. Can we do better than them? Yes, definitely. And for the prices for those 2, in particular, I'm talking about Kane and Rice, I don't think they're worth those prices. I really don't. Like Ron said earlier, it's weird hearing a black man say you don't want Rice. I don't think I've ever heard that ever. Never heard a black man say he don't want Rice, he don't like Rice. It's weird saying that. But yeah, the Mount thing is just a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Bad idea. AZ says, Flawless, I came here tonight to apologize to you. I don't want Bruno Fernandes anywhere near my midfield next season. How are you getting dominated in midfield at home to a crap Chelsea? AZ, you said it. I don't even have to. Emma, I hope you're right, Emma. I hope you're right. I really do hope. And normally you are very level-headed and spot on with these type of things. Now, because there's an idea what type of players we might be looking at, we are not buying Mount, I'm sure. I hope not. I hope it's not Mount. I hope not. You're signing players. Your signing should be players that are at the level above what you brought in before Ten Hag. Me looking out from the outside, I would trust his talent ID. If there's cash to get the players he wants. So far, because of the last summer, I have no issue with who he wants, apart from Mason Mount. Wait, who's a half-turn specialist? Why did you put half-turn? Is this a conversation, Lucas, you are having in the chat? Yeah. Someone was telling me that the rumored sales are Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, McTominay, Henderson, and Langer. We're losing a lot of homegrown, so we have to fill the quota. I don't see Wan-Bissaka going. Maguire, McTominay, Henderson, I can see them for. So it's like, oh, bring up some academy players. One done says, Flawless, what do you think about Kane and Neymar together? I don't like Kane still. Oh, it would work, though. Them 2 together would ball out. Because you got Kane who can play 9, Neymar can play 10. then they can switch, and Game will drop 10, and then Neymar goes 9. I don't particularly want to see that, no, but if you put them together, could it work? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Joe, I'm trophies over everything. I'm like that when we play football, when we play pro clubs. Sometimes we play good football, sometimes we play ugly football. I'm like, oh, did we win? Of course, the aim is to dominate the ball, but you're not going to do that all the time. Can you win in multiple ways? Flawless, how many players do you think would leave next season? It's a good question. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what Ten Hag's thinking. It's hard to read, because if someone would have said Ten Hag wants Mason Mount, they'd been like, never. And now we're linked with Mason Mount. So, yeah, I don't even know which can it is. Here's this one. Hey, you lot continue to bump up the likes, continue to bump up the subscribers before I close out, please. Man, shout out Sarcasm CEC. Oh, yeah, speaking of pro clubs, any centre backs in the building, let me know. No matter if you're a left-sided centre back, a central centre back, or a right-sided centre back. Any, let me know. Thoughts on Amad Diallo? Good to see. It will be great to have him back. He's great. He's a great option for that right-hand side, because he's another left-footed right winger. Because the only one we have is Anthony. So him and Anthony competing from that right-hand side, I'm all with. He can play in the 10 as well. So I love that. I'm all good. Man said, yeah, man, on clubs, if you spam long balls, you're removed from the club with immediate effects. Always that one guy moving like, yeah, you wilding with the last part, Joe, but I hear your point. You know what I'm saying? I hear your point, but I don't mind the long ball over the top. Is it working? That's what it is. Because FIFA is definitely like, that's all pace and power. That's what they've made that game, and it's been like that for years. I don't know what the reports are on Anthony's injury. I'm sure we'll get some updates probably tomorrow or later on today, technically. Big up our context. That's a gang business. Hassan fully modded. Now, I think he had accepted that Liverpool weren't making Champions League. He did say that. Well, the comments is flying off. Here was me thinking, yeah, it's later than usual. It's going to be a quiet show. And then here we are, nearly 50 minutes into the show. Will I do a preview with Yan City ahead of the FA Cup final? No, but she will be on Shameless FC on Lewis's channel beforehand. So you'll see Yan. Reason why you don't see Yan here is because of work, and she just be mad busy and stuff like that. And she just be moving along in it. Hella long at times. I can't be bothered. But shout out to Yan, though. Neymar would be such a bad sign. You can't be paying a player 900k a week that only starts on average 18 games a season. That's over half the season he's missing. That's why, one, I would sign him on loan, and two, I would not be paying him 900k a week. You saw our deal. So you get him in on loan and you try and get the best out of him. I hear it about availability. That's my biggest concern with Neymar, is his availability, his injury record. But I'm looking at it and going, you're one of the best players in Europe. If it goes right, you're a level raiser. All of a sudden, we go up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels. If you get a Neymar that's fully out. Neymar that's fully out is one of the best attackers in the league. All right, I'll go one further. Neymar fully out is the best number 10 in the league. If there's a better one, someone tell me. If there's a better number 10 in the league with Neymar than Neymar on form. That's why I look at, and everyone's looking at the negative side, and I hear that. I look at the glass as half full, not half empty with that. So I'd fully run the risk on loan as well. So if it goes wrong, it's like, all right, let PSG play the vast majority of his wages. That's what I would do. Yeah, get him on loan. Tell PSG, yeah, you lot pay 80% or have an unhappy player on your hands. Did the PSG fans not turn up to his house? The man was at his yard. He ain't trying to stay there. He's definitely not trying to stay there. Let's see. Flawless, are you ready for a moment of silence for Neil on Shameless? Neil will be all right. He's been preparing for this. So they will get relegated. That's why. Them teams that got relegated, you go get Lavia from Southampton, Maddison from Leicester. Who else got relegated? Leeds, you don't take no one. And then you just go snatch. I'm thinking, Nana from Everton. Simple. It's really easy. Really, really easy. Anthony wasn't taken to hospital during the game. All right, that's good. That's good. People have been saying that Neymar doesn't. He's been saying he doesn't fit our system. When he is Neymar, we know what that is. Yeah, you build a system that helps him get the best out of your best attacking player, which he would be by far. You utilize what you have. So if you're my best attacking player, you get the same way we play midfield to get the best out of our best midfielder, which is Casemiro. Like, it's 110%. I didn't see this. I only seen I seen as I was scrolling through my timeline, I seen the clip with the title, but I didn't watch it. False and Carragher apologizing about Martinez. Hey, props to him, man. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. Some people just need to, no put intended, take note of that. Same way I will. If I call something wrong, I'll be like, yeah, I got that wrong. Like, it's no biggie. I have openly said time and time again, I get more things wrong than I do right. But I'm just here giving an opinion. It's really not that deep. It's really not that deep. It's not that much of an issue. And do I think we signed Neymar? Just to clarify, no, people. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Crap, let me plug in the charger as well. You lot continue to bump up the likes before I close out, people. Again, continue to bump up the likes. I'm only at 65. Let's go to 70 likes, people. Let's go. Oh, shit. It's hanging. Let's go to 70 likes, people. 7-0. That's what we're looking for on subscribers. Should have at least had a couple new subscribers. Road to 7K on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Let's see where we are. It's just refreshing. Right, 6,481. We're looking for 4 new subscribers, people. 4 new subscribers. Get us to 6,485 before we close out. And again, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it like I did the earlier one. I'll get straight to it. Like, let's see. Questions. Flawless, I have a question. Except for Old Trafford, do you not go to away games? No, but I prefer go. The one away game I've been to where we got packed by Everton, it's one of my favorite games. I have mad fun. Because one, you're in with like, it's all just diehards and you're just singing. You're just singing from the first minute to the 90, and I'm fully with that. I'm fully on the songs. You know what I'm saying? We got packed by Everton 4-0 at Goodison, and we were just chanting shit out of them for the whole game. 4-0 and you still don't sing and all them things there. So yeah, I'm definitely want to get to some away games next season, even if it's one. Flawless, what would be? I'd love to just like go Arsenal away. I want to do Big Six. Like an Arsenal away, Chelsea away, Spurs away, Liverpool away, something like that, City away. I know Liverpool and City never happening. I'm never getting a ticket. Like, you know what them tickets are gone. Arsenal away, I'll probably never do. So it probably have to be Chelsea or Spurs. But ideally, one of the Big Six I would want to go to. 100%. Flawless, what? This is from Z. Flawless, what would be your preferred midfield trio in the summer? Oh, yeah, Warrior J, before I get to that. Yeah, of course, Coventry away I'd go to. Anything Midlands is calm. Anything Midlands. Actually, that being said, Wolves away. You know what I'm saying? That could be ideal. So any Midland. But I thought Time to Shine, if he's not, Time to Shine will help man out. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And that shout out Time to Shine. That's the plug. That is the plug. Flawless, what would be your preferred midfield trio in the summer? Oh, you mean to sign, Z? Yeah, I said this just before, but obviously you've just joined now. I've said this just before. Back up to Casemiro, an upgrade on Eriksen. So whether that's like a more athletic Eriksen or an athletic mobile midfielder who can carry the ball. Probably more the latter actually than a passer. We need someone that can dribble. We need someone that can just take people out of the game, but also has to be able to pass, like at least on the level of Casemiro, at least. Would João Felix make sense for us good on the ball with proper coaching? Do you think that he can work? He'd just have the same issues as Sancho. Is he a better 10 than Bruno? Yes. But I have my doubts. Because he just don't like, where's the impact? Today he was good. Impacted the game. Like even outside of the goal, but it's like, I've watched you struggle at Chelsea. Why are you going to come to Manchester United and do the business? What's that? 4 goals in 20 games. 1 assist. 2 assists. So you got what? 5 goal contributions in 20 games. So you're giving me a goal or assist every 5 games. Nah. Not it. You know what I'm saying? Not it. Not with it. Not it. Not having it. whatsoever. Yeah, Z, it's all good. It's all good. No stress. Your favorite United goal this season? Probably the Rashford winner against City. That was the first time in the season I was fully emotionally invested in a goal. Like, I knew it was a big goal. That's what it was. I was fully invested in the manner in which it happened. Like, fully invested. So I'll probably say the Rashford goal against Manchester City. That one. Hey, big up to the Capistan in the building. Zevo, genius. Big up, man. Are you taking Mount? No, I'm not with Mount. Nope. Not in the slightest. No. I don't like the idea. I think it's a terrible idea. Whoever came up with it, I'm looking at funny. I'm looking at very funny. Dominic, appreciate the kind words. He says, good showing on the Big Six today. Yeah, man, big up, man. Appreciate that. And big up to Turkish and the whole Big Six gang as well. 3 pens all season, no hat tricks. Who's got 3 pens all season, no hat tricks? Who's this? Who? I said, you're a joker, man. No way did he do this. Where's the tweet? Someone put the João Felix tweet. What is that? I want to know the tweet. What is the tweet? João Felix actually tweeted they're going to foil our Champions League chances, then got packed. No, he didn't, man. He didn't do that, man. Why would he do that? Did he not know what his team, who was on his team? Did he not know who his teammates were? Who his manager was? And where he was coming to? He came to the theater of dreams. I'm saying this to Lewis outside the stadium, man. Be happy you're here, man, because he looked miserable. No way did he do that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Terrible idea. Final few questions. I'm going to cut in about 10, 15 minutes, people. What have we got coming up tomorrow as well? What do we have coming up tomorrow? ManDem United podcast, 4:30 p.m. So myself and Eddie will be talking all things Manchester United. So more so, again, recapping this game, Champions League qualification, which I'm going to discuss. The Declan Rice, Mason Mount, Harry Kane news, where we're discussing that. Plus, there'll probably be, in between now and then, there'll probably be something else breaking with Manchester United as well. And then you will get at... Shit, why can't I remember? Friday. What is going on? Am I doing You'll either get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A or the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. I need to talk to Surf or Jez, and then I might even shout Cam. It might be that, people. It may be that. So yeah, so you'll either get that show, and that'll be a late one. That'll be 1 a.m. But check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Then Saturday, you may get pro clubs. If not, there'll be no stream. And then Sunday, you'll get the final Premier League watch along. So Manchester United versus Fulham. But all of the panelists will be on. Everybody you see on the channel will be on, because they'll be talking about, they'll probably be watching other games, more so what's going on down the bottom end of the table. But in regards to Champions, the game today, like I said, 1-4-1, Champions League qualification secured. Salute to Ten Hag, because I did not expect this whatsoever. I did not expect this. I did not expect a trophy. I didn't expect us to be in another cup final. I did not expect us to finish in the top 4. And now we're third. And I think we'll finish third as well, which is absolutely, this is a very good season from Ten Hag. There still needs to be improvements made, though. Still definitely needs to be improvements made. How highly did I rate Tevez at United? Very highly. Quality. One of the best front threes I've ever seen was him, Rooney, and Ronaldo. Quality. To Kevin, who says these Brexit boys transfers need reevaluating. They're not bad, though. The only bad one is Mason Mount. Harry Kane and Declan Rice are not bad signings. Again, do I want different players and improvements? Yes, I think there's better players who we can get for the team. But signing Harry Kane and Declan Rice is not bad signings. I don't think so. Mason Mount is, though. We should rest our key players against Fulham. Can't risk any more injuries. Yeah, minus Rashford, because he's not fully back at it again. I would rest everybody. I would. When I change the goalkeeper, played Hello, Malacio, throw Maguire out there. Who else do you put? I wouldn't put Varane out there. Maguire, Lindelof, the McTominay. Suppose you have to play Fred. Where's Shaw anyway? Where's Shaw? We don't have. Who can we rotate? What was our bench today? Let me have a look. I don't even know what our bench was today. Let me look at this. Because I don't even know where our bench is. Where our bench was today. You know, I was there at the game. But I hear you, Westbrook is going. And my laptop wants to move slow. Let me see this shit. Let's see what's what. Who would I give the number 7 shirt? Nobody. I'd leave it blank. Wouldn't give it to anybody. Because we'll sign a striker. If he really wants the 9, you just take that off Martial. Yeah, I don't think anyone's the 7. Anthony's probably going to be a starter. Rashford will be a starter. They got their numbers. If we sign a new number 10, I wouldn't give him the number 7 shirt. So I would just have no one have it. Personally. For real. Oh, my bad. Flawless is a Felix fan account with 100. And yeah, they jokers. Amazing how mid United is and we cook Chelsea. Wow, they really are bad. Yeah, Chelsea are shocking up, man. I was watching. And even Lewis was like, see, I told you. You thought you weren't going to score 3 goals. I was like, yo, you called it right. I was like, you called it right. Yeah, Maguire can get his goodbye game. Yeah, 100%. Don't give Sancho number 7. It's a terrible idea. Sancho got to get his place in the first team. What Sancho needs to do. Never mind him playing number 7. That was a joke, man. For real. Why is this? My laptop just moving hella slow. What is going on? Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah, leave this number 7 shirt alone. No one's worthy. No one's worthy, man. Leave that shit alone. You know, like Captain America's shield. Like, they should have just left that shit alone. Like, from when Captain Rogers, what's his first name? I forgot his first name, but from when Captain Rogers didn't want that shit, leave that shit alone. Don't give that to nobody else. That's how I look at the number 7 shirt now. Someone got to do bits, and I say, yeah, people are like, I'll give it to Garnacho. Garnacho's an impact sub. What are we doing? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Yeah, no heat watch along. No heat watch along. It's because I knew I would be getting back late from this. Thoughts on Lindelof since he came back into the team. Salute to Lindelof. Been very, very good. Very, very good. He has been. And I'm someone who's been super critical of Lindelof, but his form as of late, solid. No complaints. And he was good today. No complaints. So I would keep him. I said 5th choice though. Said I'd have him as 5th choice. Let me see who's on our bench. Rashford, Malacia, Fred, McTominay, Nacho, Maguire, Dalot, Vegas, Butland. Yeah, we slacking. We got people talking about rotate. Who plays? Let's say say it's Butland in goal. What? Dalot for Wan-Bissaka. Malacia's got to play. Then you play Lindelof next to Maguire, and then you go McFred. Play Bruno anyway. What difference does it make? Right, give Rashford some minutes. Veghorst, and then Alanga. That's probably it. And I said we have vibranium at home. That's jokes. We have vibranium at home. You're a joke, man. I swear. I said we have that. That's funny. That is funny. Hey, said, yo, you lot really came out for the show late, though. I appreciate it, man. You lot really showed out and showed up. The Sarcasm City TV community. I should never doubt you lot. Big up, man. Big up. Predict to be the first signing in the United summer transfer market. Maybe a centre-back. It might be Kim Min-jae. I go, if you're asking me to decide right now, I'd say a centre-back. Not necessarily Kim Min-jae, but I can see a centre-back because it won't be a first choice type thing. So it's easier a deal to do than a Rice deal or a Harry Kane or a deal of that magnitude. Given our need for strength and depth, who would be a backup for Bruno in the coming season, says Kevin. He should be the backup. I'm saying there should not be backup to Bruno. Bruno should be the backup to a new number 10. Whether that's Madison, whether that's Neymar, Kudus, whoever. Just go get me another number 10. And people say, oh, it's at 6 and 2 8s. Go get me another attacking 8. Bruno should be holding bench. Same way Maguire's held bench this season, Bruno should be holding bench. Most improved player this season. Oh, definitely Wan-Bissaka. Without question. He's Wan-Bissaka. He's done the business. Let's see, actually, have you lot done the business, though? You really showed up tonight, which I appreciate. Here, now over 72 likes. 8 more likes. Get us up to 80 likes, people. Please get us up to 80 likes, people. Can you do that for me, please? And subscribe as well. We're at 6,482 now. We're looking for 3 more subscribers. I'm closing out in the next 5 minutes, people. So 3 subscribers. So like check 1212, 80 likes. 3 more subscribers as well. Don't forget that this show, not only is there a playlist for this show on the YouTube channel. So if the ManDem United podcast is your favorite, click the playlist. You can see all the shows, number 1. Number 2, this show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from Watch Alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and it's audio. So you might want to listen while you're cooking, cleaning, driving, while you're at work, or you might just not want to have the YouTube app open, which is absolutely fine. Links for everything is underneath in the description. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Let him know he just got Pack 4-1 as well, because he will be going live tomorrow. He'll be going live tomorrow. Big up to Jacob. Big up every single time. What made me start YouTube? This is a good question. It was on accident. It was totally on accident. So obviously I'll go into this in more detail when I'm doing Sarcasm, like when we do the Sarcasm City podcast, or I'm getting asked about it. But in regards to why I started YouTube, yeah, it was an accident because I was on radio at first. It was on radio, and did we go out live on YouTube? Yeah, From a Third Eye View, it was just a football show on radio. Shout out to Pi Radio. And then through that, I met Aaron, and then I was on Aaron's channel, and then I was on YouTube, and then I was like, oh, is this how this thing type of works? I was like, yeah, let me try this, because I had this channel, but it wasn't sport. It was just current affairs. So I was like, all right, let me try something, because I was getting traction and people fucked with the content. And then boom, here we are. It's like 61 up, 44 against Miami. Damn. Wait, Flawless, last question. Did you see any players that dropped their levels comparing from last season? No, I don't think anybody's worse last season. I don't think Sancho's improved. But I don't think he's worse than he was last season. I just don't think he's improved. Everybody else has improved to some form of level. Even our players I'm critical of. Like Bruno has been better this season than he was last season. As most of the players are. That's why we've got better results. This is why we are where we are. This is why we won a trophy. This is why we're in for a second trophy as well. Yeah, Felix swapped deal for Bruno as a 10. I think he's a Simeone player. I would like Felix as a 10, but don't think he's a false 9. Like I said before about Felix, I have my reservations, but scored a banking goal today. But right, people, we're going to close out. I need to get something to eat as well. So that's exactly what we are going to do. We are going to close out, but big up to all of you lot. Like I said, we're back today, 4:30 p.m. UK time, the ManDem United podcast. So myself and Eddie will be talking all things Manchester United. Then 1 a.m., it'll either be the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show or a Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, but there will be a live stream at 1 a.m. here on the YouTube. All the things I just mentioned are on the upcoming live stream schedule, so hit the subscribe here. Make sure you go follow the Twitch, because over the summer, there's going to be a lot more fan calling shows, and they will be exclusive on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. The only place to find Sarcasm City TV fan calling shows is on the Twitch. So if you want to call in, I know a lot of you lot want to, Twitch. Make sure you go download the app, sign up for free, and then that way you're getting not only getting fan calling shows, but you're getting all the rest of the content. Pro clubs are dual stream, so sometimes on YouTube, sometimes on Twitch. I might even run it on both. Oh no, actually, you can't even run it on both from PS4. So yeah, you'll get it sometimes on the YouTube, sometimes on the Twitch. But fan calling shows you'll get over on the Twitch. All the NBA content, the F1 content, NFL content will be over there as well. But yeah, man, again, love to everyone who has tuned in. You lot are real MVPs. And this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.